Go ahead.
I started my informative speech by trying to tell you guys about the importance of coffee in the world. But now I think it's more important if we concentrate on the effects that caffeine has in our bodies. So let me ask you, how many of you feel sometimes sleepy during the middle of the class? I think we've all been there. So with finals coming up, I think you're gonna need all the energy possible to achieve the grades that you want. So maybe not all of you, but most of you will end up consuming some type of caffeine in coffee, energy drinks, or other sources. With 90% of Americans consuming caffeine on a daily basis, um, it's a fact that it's a huge influence in the world and in every single one of us. And Caffeine Addicted Anonymous refers to it as the most commonly used mood altering drug. However, the problem starts with each one of us. Since we feel the pressure of work, meetings, interviews, um, people is just expecting the best from us and we don't have time to rest. So it's understandable that we increase the amount of caffeine in our body. But however, don't dare to think that you are alone on the battle of against tiredness by consuming caffeine, since it is clear that it's a global problem. I was looking for information to come and share with you guys, and actually I found a blog, which probably I was not looking for, that is trying to support the caffeine addicts just by letting them express their feelings and how hard it is for them. So I picked up some lines. One of them, it says, "If I don't get it, I become filled with an unmistakable craving. When I finally finish my cup, I feel fine for a while, yet there's always a nagging feeling left within. Don't you want another cup?" And one thing is for sure, when I don't crave one, when I don't have one, I certainly crave one. There's also a book by Marina Kushner called Confessions of a Caffeine Addict, or True Anonymous Stories, which I thought all of us can relate. One of the stories told about a college student pulling all-nighters um, during several nights, and everything was fine until he started shaking, hallucinating, hearing voices, and finally he collapsed after the high amounts of dose on his body. Many of these stories, as you can see, happen to people from all demographics, but they all suffer from the same reason. Moreover, all of these stories happen to common people like our neighbors, our friends, and even people like us. So we need to be clear and conscious of the symptoms so we can act quickly. Um, the effects of consumption of caffeine are clear not only for the consumer but also for those around him. The immediate reactions are the increase in the rate of breathing, blood temperature, and body pressure. However, in the long run, the most dangerous effect is that the body starts to develop a new resistance level that the patient will have to increase the amount of caffeine they consume to have the same effects. And it's that point when we start calling them dependence. After realizing the threat that is to our lives, um, addicts just need to decrease the amount of caffeine they increase. And that process is called caffeine withdrawal, which also has side effects like headache, fatigue, sleepiness, irritability, depression. Um, but not everything is lost. The nursing online education databases give us 50 ways to boost our energy without the need of caffeine. And I chose the best 5 to share with you. First, keep a sleep schedule. Don't be all crazy going to study all night. Give time to rest. Don't hit snooze every time your alarm goes on. It just slows the process and you're not really resting during those minutes. Drink water, that will make you hydrated and will keep you going. Take a shower, that always makes you alert, and then create a light and music environment. It's really important because whenever you're trying to study, the light that you are using is really influential about how you're going to concentrate and how much are you actually learning from it. So we should all implement these techniques along with moderation, that it's between 1 cup of tea and 2 cups of coffee a day, and no one should over consume the doses. So we should be alert of the symptoms, be careful with what we consume, try to help friends and even ourselves if we find that that's a necessity. And here's when I start wondering, what were we thinking when we thought caffeine was the best idea?
All right.